am fully in the organize my classroom and prep for next year mode. Hi sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maylene Call from Mrs. Call's Campers. If you're new here, I'm a first grade teacher in Las Vegas. It's currently the end of my 4th year teaching. I always get confused because it should be my 5th, but it's the end of my 4th year teaching and I'm teaching summer school. So the way our schedule is set up, I had a lot of people ask me about summer school, but the way our schedule is set up, you have kids for part of the day and then not part of the day. The kids rotate through teachers. I have all morning. This is also the last week of summer school. Before this, I was just working on some things with my teammate for our math curriculum next year, did a little bit of scope and sequence type things, but now I am fully in the organize my classroom and prep for next year mode. So one of the projects I want to tackle this week with you guys, I think I might make this still a weekly vlog, just a weekly vlog of prepping. This is one thing I want to tackle. It was really organized in the beginning of the year. This closet here too. This is my first year having this storage closet, and so I really just kind of used it as I needed it, and now I kind of have a better idea of things that I want to keep in here, so I want to get to organize it a little bit better. Lots of just little things I want to go through and make sure my read alouds are where they should be and I didn't just throw them back, and then going through my, actually I do have paper I can just sort, but kind of going through my centers and just double checking that they are all good and ready to go. But I did start making a list on my iPad. Is my iPad dead? Okay, here is my teacher planner. I kind of have a bunch of different lists scattered throughout. This is the teacher planner that's in my Etsy, but under the summer planning page, I kind of listed out, just kind of like brain dumped. I think I want to start with actually laminating and cutting. Maybe I should get to organizing first, that way I see what labels I need. Kind of want to redo the labels on my teacher toolbox because they are falling apart, so I might make a whole new theme for that. We'll see, that's not top priority. And I'm gonna go through, and as I pull bins down, go ahead and make a label. I think, do I want to change the look of them? I think I do. For reference, this is what the old labels look like. I think I'm gonna make and print some labels. It is many hours later and I still have a pile of stuff over there. I've literally just been making labels. The last thing you saw me make was these. Now I'm finally going to print, laminate, and cut. Okay, labels are laminated and cut. Okay, I did eventually have to teach kids, so I left off with you. Did get most of my supplies on the shelves sorted. So up here, not these things, but these things are all sorted. They look so nice and way better than they looked before. The stuff that's underneath I need to take to our workroom. This stuff I need to take to the workroom. And tomorrow I have quite the list of things to get done. I even wrote down a bunch of other things that I wasn't thinking about that I need to get done too. Okay, today is Tuesday. I've been here for a little while. I did some other more computer planning type things with my teammate as well. I did realize I have a couple more labels that I wanted to print for the crayon thing I was working on yesterday. Which I know this probably is really not that entertaining to see me work on a crayon hotel. So we're going to get into some more organizing goodness here soon. Also need to redo the labels on these writing drawers right here. These drawers, I'll work on that as well. I might even get that done and printed before I move on to putting these labels on here. I'm gonna swap them out. This is what they have looked like. I don't need 5 drawers for math groups because I'm pretty much just pulling below level and above level groups, so I wanted to change that. And then I want a couple extra drawers for just like extra things for small groups. So thinking about starting an audiobook. Let me know if you guys have any good ones. I want to do Matthew McConaughey's audiobook. I've heard it's really good. I don't remember if it was someone here at school who said that or if it was someone on the internet who told me it was really good. It always makes me nervous because I feel like when it comes to autobiographies, it's either up your alley or it's not, so I might just hold off on that. I could do a sample or something. Okay, back to focusing. I was productive and not productive. I didn't get what I wanted to do done this morning. It was basically all computer work. But I am proud of myself for doing it here at school and not just saying, oh, it's computer work, I can just do it at home. I'm proud of using my time here at school to do work on my computer that is for school. That I have a lot to laminate and cut, and then I think I'll finally be ready to start finishing things. The way my brain works, if I get started on something and I think of something else, I have to immediately do it or write it down, and I was just on a roll. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some stuff from the printer. I'll probably have time to laminate a little bit later, but I was productive, just not a lot for you to see. Okay, today is Wednesday. My sister-in-law got me cutest shirt ever. It is so perfect. Okay, I don't remember exactly what I was doing last time. A lot of different things. We've got a lot of different projects going on. What I want to start with is getting things out of here that don't need to be in here. So I'm gonna take all of these items sitting on top of my Chromebook cart. I'm going to take those to the workroom. I want to tackle this today and get it labeled. And I already told you guys that these decodables in here, they're by Jen Jones. I want to move them over to my back cubby over there. So I'll give you an up close view of what we got going on. So it's not bad. Truly, it is not bad. But it is something that has progressively gotten worse over the year that I've been here. So let's get started and quit talking. The fact that this entire table, the entire thing, the fact that that fits in this storage unit, crazy. I was actually just planning for an hour and a half with one of my teammates. We're getting a new reading curriculum. I shouldn't say new because we don't currently have one. But we are getting a reading curriculum, so we were just trying to look more at the resources and kind of look at everything because we don't know when we're getting the actual physical curriculum. So I kind of lost my, what's the word? Motivation? But I have this huge pile of stuff, so I'm going to do something with it. I think first step is to decide what I want to keep in the cabinet and what I don't want to keep in the cabinet. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna try to be a little less boring, so maybe I can talk you through some of it. I do like all these little supplies right here. Having those in the cabinet is helpful. Okay. One thing I want to try to do is use my filing cabinet as storage for some art supplies. So things like pipe cleaners, popsicle sticks, the tissue paper, even though I have some over there, I don't know. These kind of things I don't want to keep in this cabinet. I'd rather just keep them in a filing cabinet. So I'm going to separate art supplies. I bought like a bulk pack of tack. Oh, I actually need to use this because I have my new schedule cards. So do I have one that's open though? I have all of these paper decodables that I was using before Jen sent me her physical copy ones. So now I think I might use these to let my kids borrow at the beginning of the year. These will go to my back table. Ew, they're heavy. This has been my method of storing art supplies, is just throwing everything in bins. Working out great. It's hard though because I feel like when you start teaching, you don't know what art supplies you're going to use. And I'd say at this point I definitely have like my set types of supplies. Ribbon, I always need it. Pipe cleaners, I always need them. Popsicle sticks, you know, every now and then. Beads are a big one, but I have those stored up there. But there's not, it's hard to decide how you want to organize your art supplies if you don't know what you're going to be needing, because even some of the supplies that I have here, some of them I don't even access as much anymore, so I'm gonna like reprioritize things and reorganize that for my needs now. But that's just something you don't know going into your second year of teaching. You just don't know. Now I know. Also have some random stuff I've thrown in this cabinet, like these things that I meant to give out on Earth Day that I never did. Sometimes you store things and then you forget you have them, and then you see them later and you're like, oh, forgot to use that. Popsicle sticks. Giant bag of old crayons. I'll use my old leftover crayons at the beginning of the year so the kids don't like totally ruin all the new crayons. I don't know. We'll see. I was sad when I saw this because I did not do butterflies this year. Random things like therapy buddies. I also decided I was going to be a stamp girly. I bought this container to hold some stamps and I never use them. Like for example, some insects, didn't use them. I wanted to use these for kids' birthdays and forgot to use them. This is I was going to use for holidays around the world, forgot to use it. And made with love. I don't know why I have this. Random. I'm going to try to be a stamp girly this year though. What else? I have some more center items that were kind of in here, so I guess I'm gonna go through and see what I use at the beginning of the year, and then if not, it'll just go into storage. So have a bunch of manipulative things like this that I do want to keep in the cabinet. Okay, I'm almost ready to start putting stuff back in, see how it all fits before I do labels. I want to hop over to my teaching cubicle cubby thing. Have my kind of office supplies right here. This is where I store papers, random things like that. This has binders for our reading time and like small groups. And then my Rhyme Magic, which I like having here. Bottom section is kind of what I want to move around. These binders here, I don't necessarily need here. I had them to make copies and I can pull them up really quickly and have a kid like try to read a passage, but I don't need them here. These are task cards and they go with my decodables. She didn't make them, but I just organized them by skill. I also need to label those, so that can be added to my list. These are writing lessons, which don't need to be here. I kept them over here because this is where I was storing a majority of my teaching binders, but these can be put away somewhere else. I could keep these here and move these. This I use all the time. I have a random clipboard from professional development. I don't need this over here. I think I just threw it back there. And then I have these. Will I use this though? Probably not. I might pick like one student. And then this last bottom section, random little game I was using towards the end. My chocolate box, which needs to be refilled. Love the chocolate box right there. It's like a reward. This I don't need. A box of Mr. Sketch markers. Forgot I had. I keep things like cards I get from parents or students I just filed away in the year. These are some small group items that I forgot I had. And this is where I usually I have a lot of my my notes when you guys donate things. Like this one's from Crystal. It's one of these things that like I know what's in here, but it's a bunch of random stuff. I mean, so extra. We had agendas my first year teaching. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? Yeah, I condensed this way down. I like the brochure better. Okay, so I don't know why this stuff is in this folder. That doesn't need to be in here. And this I feel like will just be easier for me. I feel like I've accomplished so much, and yet we're here. I keep thinking about how exciting it is to not have to move my entire classroom. Though, let me tell you, I'm living on cloud 9. Proud of myself. I shouldn't be because it's not done. It's funny because these are the things that you think are not going to take that long. Like I literally thought this was going to take an hour. Silly. But I do have this space down here which I could just leave open. And I'm going to put my laminators in here. Bottom is for like math manipulative type things. It's not bad to have empty space, but it kills me that it's empty right now. So let's see. I want to use one of the drawers in my filing cabinet for art supplies to figure out a way to stick them in there. I think I do. That bottom drawer will be copy paper. And I think I want this to be art supply. That works. Perfect. Okay, end of the day. I think this cabinet is mostly sorted. How many times have I said that? Many times. Here's what it looks like. I'll take you a little bit closer once I get it labeled. Now I know what labels I need. Looking organized. I had my kids that I had for summer school. This helped me remove the labels off of these. So they're ready to be labeled. I did make a mistake whenever I was labeling them the last time, like 2 years ago. I didn't laminate them. This time I did. And so I had used double-sided tape to get them on there. And the tape was doing a really good job. So some of my kids, they were like scraping to get it off, but they loved doing that. They were really excited. So now I'm gonna put the new labels on. Oh, I also got my art cabinet kind of organized. I just put some bins in the filing cabinet. So I've got pipe cleaners, ribbons and pom-poms, and then just random stuff. I like that. I also want to make labels just for like this section. Today is Thursday. I really don't have a lot of time to do a lot today, and I'm kind of kicking myself. I know I've done so much. Tomorrow is the last day of summer school, and I just keep thinking, there's so much more I wanted to accomplish. There's only so much I can get done. Anyways, I got these for my filing cabinets. I need to laminate those. While the kids were doing their independent reading time today, I went through and decided what I wanted my new teacher toolbox labels to be. So I'm gonna try to get those made and laminated today. I also can do, if I have time, I can do my first day of school gifts for the kids, which if you followed me on Instagram, YouTube last year, I shared about that. It's like this little wooden heart that I give them. My friend Katie, she's Miss Katie in elementary. Yeah, Mrs. Katie in elementary on Instagram. She posted about birthday gifts for her kids, and I've never given my kids birthday gifts. Gift giving is my love language. I love giving gifts to kids. A lot of times I go overboard, but I've never given birthday gifts. But she shared something, and I was like, you know what? I've never thought about it in the summertime, so I never wanted to do it. But if I'm thinking about it now and I can find something that's like cheap enough, then I'll just do it, because I feel like every other teacher, this is peer pressure at its finest. I feel like every other teacher gives birthday gifts. Let me know if you are, one of the few teachers who doesn't give birthday gifts, because I usually we just sing with them and we celebrate them just without the actual gifts. But they're 6 and 7, so we like presents on their birthday. So anyway, she shared about these little stuffed animal things, and I was like, you know what? Let me just look and see. So I am doing birthday gifts, long story short, and I decided I'm going to do these little stuffed animals and like a little sticker, just a birthday sticker they can wear so people know it's their birthday. Because I didn't even do crowns, because a lot of times when we do crowns in class, kids will want to wear them for a few hours and they'll take them off, and it's just like, I just didn't want to do crowns. I don't know. But I figured like a sticker would be really easy. So plushie things, they're so tiny and so cute. And I was like, you know what, it'd be so adorable if they just could pick out like a little birthday buddy on their birthday. Like I just prep all of them and then they can pick one out from like a little bucket. Also, one of the kids in my room yesterday, she was like, Miss Call, you're the most organized teacher in first grade. I was like, oh, is that so? And she was like, yes. Good to know. I don't think I am, but I definitely have the most labels. I'm still making labels. You can hear the kids in the other room. I'm still making labels, but I just wanted to say this tip in case you weren't watching. For my teacher toolbox labels, I took pictures with my phone, just put the picture in the PowerPoint that I'm editing on. But you can also just take a picture with your phone. You can't really see. And then make your labels instead of like, I don't know, like writing everything down. Or this is just an easy way to see what you need to label. I don't know if that is helpful to anyone. I got a package today from Jen. Jen, you are the best. Thank you so much. And she sent me 2 new packs of laminating sheets, which let me tell you, could not have come at a more perfect time because I wouldn't have been able to laminate all the things I am laminating today if she hadn't sent those extra laminating sheets. That is like one of the things I use the most in my classroom. And our school technically has a large laminator, but personal laminating sheets, even the 3 milliliter ones, they are so much more durable. Laminators, so big laminators I only use for big things unless I'm like totally out of my small lamination packets, especially when you're doing centers for kids. Having them manipulate the lamination and all the pieces, it's just so much easier to have thick, like good lamination. So thank you again, Jen. Okay, she's subtle, but I feel like she's brighter. I almost regretted not putting black on anymore, but I think this really well, of course it matches the rest of my room because that's pretty much what all my labels are, is this kind of style. Anyways, I'm not going to sell these, so please don't ask, and I'm also not going to put them on my Google Drive because editing it, there's just way too many layers, so I'm not. But you can take inspiration from it, of course. So here is the before, after. I think it looks really, really good. I love it. I love how it's more like brown. Try not to use anything like super pink in my room. I like more like the brownish muted pink color. I labeled all these. Gotta go soon. I finished my cabinet. There's only one thing I want to add for the spot I was saying that I needed something to put in. I'm gonna put my birthday buddies there. So they are easy to access, but yeah, it's all labeled. Do you want to see? I had to reprint these because they were too big, so those are not done, but everything else is done. Ta-da! Ta-da! Oh, and I forgot to make a label for that. Looks good. Again, I need to reprint these. So cute. Love it. I think I will get here earlier tomorrow morning just because I need to finish doing things before summer school is out, because I also have to move my tables into like on the back wall or in the corner or something so they can do the floors. But hope you're having fun so far. It's Friday, last day of summer school. Right now I'm just cleaning off my table. I have gotten to put some faces to some of the names on my roster for kindergarten, and we eat lunch at pretty much the same time. And some of the kindergartners know that I'm their teacher. Some of them who are here at summer school, and there's this one little boy who is so excited. Like, he is basically jumping for joy, so excited. So I love that. It's really cool to have this experience, because every year before this, you know, the school year ends and I pack up and move, and I don't have any of these experiences that I feel like a lot of other people are taking for granted, but it's really special. So the labels on my toolbox are done, but the things are not in their right drawers. I just labeled them. And oh, you know what? I left stuff in the back seat of, not back seat, I left some stuff in the trunk of my car that I've got to go get before school starts. I got some bins and things like that. Oh, I labeled my filing cabinet. I don't think I showed you. I was going to do it on a paper that went all the way across, but then I was like, you know what, it's fine. So I have topics and oh, that's wrong. This is rainbow paper. This is topics and units. I just used double-sided tape to label this, so it'll come right off. But I'm basically going to go through these things, you know, each one individually and make sure everything is good. Because, you know, things can kind of get messy throughout the year. My art drawer is good. And then copy paper is just at the bottom. All of this stuff on this table is just back to school stuff. Well, and some junk that I need to put places. Next week, I plan on coming in and getting my bags for kind of like meet the teacher sort of, but like beforehand. And then my back to school gifts for kids. I'll do all that in a separate video. Yeah, this area is nice and organized. I did get a white bin to replace this pink one just because it'll match a little bit more. I do need to go through this small group cart over here and kind of sort this and get it ready. I do want to do the birthday gifts today while I still have time, so I'm going to give myself 20 minutes to do whatever else before I start making the birthday gifts. I don't know if I told you, but I do have to move my tables today, or at least I think I do. So kids are gone. Actually, it was so sweet. I love my parents every year, but saying goodbye is always, it's just stupid. I hate doing it. One of the girls who I had for summer school, she stopped coming to summer school, but her mom was like, I have to come and say goodbye, and she did. And she brought me one last coffee, which was so sweet. And then I got to like really hug and say goodbye to a couple of other moms, but it's just crazy. You get so close with these people. Good news is I know I'll see them again. So, birthday buddies are done. I did save a reel and I made a post about this on my Instagram, so you can see a little bit more. You can save it to remember. So happy about this closet. I fixed all my read alouds. I love them pushed to the front like this. Art station, all good to go. I'm behind the microphone, so I don't know if you can hear me, but the writing is all good to go. I'll update you guys on this probably through Instagram. I'm definitely sweaty. It was cold and rainy this morning and now I'm just hot. But I got a lot done. I did push my tables back here. I'm gonna wash the nugget cushion comforter thing. I hope you guys enjoyed all of these fun little organizational projects with me. Let me know what you guys are currently working on in your room or what you like, because I personally love all this stuff, and on top of the fact that I didn't have to move anything out of my room, I am just living it up. So I'm gonna go to San Diego, and then when I get back I'll probably film some more with you guys. Make sure you're following me on Instagram and TikTok and all the things so we can stay in touch. Leave a comment if you're new. Let me know. Say hi. I love you guys so much. Make sure you like this video if you thought it was fun. Subscribe and join the family down below, and I will see you in the next one.